Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. As we're always, we're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga. Check us out on all of our platforms. I want to get right to it. Merrick Garland. I can't stand this guy. He is clearly a complete stooge for Joe Biden. He is a liar. He is a scoundrel. He runs a corrupt Justice Department. However, I did a Facebook Live about this last night, but I want to reiterate it today. And what I'm about ready to say to you, once again, you're only going to hear from me. As you know, I'm a retired lawyer. I used to do litigation. I was a courtroom guy, tried over 100 cases. I've prepared hundreds of cases since I retired as a lawyer for trial. I was on the radio. Being on the radio, you learn not to say Being on the radio, you learn how to think quickly. Being in the courtroom, you learn how to think quickly. You learn the importance of communication, clear, concise. These congressmen from the Oversight Committee, the Republicans on the Oversight Committee that conducted this hearing yesterday, ask questions like this. Merrick Garland, did you talk to anybody at the FBI or the Justice Department about Weiss's prosecution of Hunter Biden or the White House or whatever? These congressmen, many are actually lawyers. They are filled with staffs of lawyers. And not one of these bozo congressmen, and I'm calling them bozos. I'm talking Jim Jordan. I'm talking about Thomas Massey, who I plan to run against. All of them, okay? Not one of these lawyers, none of these congressmen, not one of these staff people, and as I said on Facebook Live, I'm doing this off the top of my head, although if I was there, I would write this thing out. It would be impeccable. Is you don't think that Merrick Garland doesn't have somebody that could be talking to the White House? Somebody who's a friend. It could be his freaking neighbor who he's using as the liaison to the White House. The question should be this, and I would even make it even tighter. Mr. Garland, have you, someone at your request, someone who you have personal knowledge of, within the Justice Department, without the Justice Department, even your neighbor, even a friend, even a political affiliate, I'm talking about anyone on the face of the earth, Mr. Garland, to your knowledge, at your behest, at your request, at your wink or nod, or someone on your behalf, texted, emailed, called, met with, mailed a letter to anyone at the Justice Department, and I mean anyone at the FBI, anyone at the White House, regarding Joe Biden and Hunter Biden and the prosecution, on and on and on and on. If you ask them the question, have you, it's easy for going, oh, I don't remember, or no, because he knows he didn't. Cross-examination, folks, is the greatest truth tester. These politicians give grandstanding political speeches. That's what they do. Or they ask a question they think is really good, and they get a flat answer. Like when Merrick Garland got all emotional about how dare somebody about the Kevins, I would have fired back. I don't care about your Jewish background excuse. That's not my question. And hit him again with the Catholic thing. And why'd they say traditional Catholic? What a stupid way to say a Catholic. Did you go through Catholic? Traditional Catholic. What do you mean by traditional Catholic? Congressmen suck. Folks, you know why our country is screwed up? Because people like me aren't in Congress. You keep electing these kind of people. You know why state government's screwed up? You elect these politicians. The voters, You know what they say? Voters get what they ask for. Voters get what they deserve. Unless you steal an election, then we didn't get what we wanted to get. All right, Adam Schiff, I just want to point out this guy and his questions about the threat of democracy, the threat of democracy, the threat of democracy. This lying son of a bitch lied nonstop about having the goods on Trump. It's unbelievable. And he's running for U.S. Senate in California. Oil is headed to $120 a barrel based upon the production. By the way, you don't think for a freaking minute that the oil producers of this world, led by Saudi Arabia and Russia, aren't saying to themselves, we know how the economy affects American politics. We're going to stick it to the American people and stick it to Joe Biden. And we want our friend to get back into office who we know will end the Ukrainian war and end all the crap going on in the Middle East, end all that stuff. You don't think that's happening? Just like China does the reverse. China released the COVID epidemic upon us for the opposite reason, to get rid of the guy standing up to him. That is where China and Russia diverges on who they prefer as president. That is a wedge issue for them. Hunter's mugshot, folks. Now, this isn't his mugshot. This is just from his laptop. Explain to me, Trump's mugshot released. Every one of the Atlanta, Fulton County defendants, all 19 of them, mugshots released. No mugshots released by Hunter Biden. What the hell? I would assume every single news agency in the country, national news agency, is on this like green on grass to make sure they get that mugshot. It's unbelievable. It is reflective and indicative of the world we live in and we tend to tolerate. Unbelievable. GM's laying off 2,000 folks at a plant in Kansas. This is the beginning. By the way, I want this strike to end. I want the UAW, union workers, to get fair pay. It needs to happen. New Hampshire. Trump's way up in New Hampshire. He's also way up in Iowa, way up in South Carolina, way up. Do you know what Fox News did? Fox News put this up. They had leader, challengers. They're all 30, 40 points behind him in every state. And they put challengers, wild card, Christie, then the others. It's a joke. They are trying to create a race where there isn't a race. And guess who is like fifth in New Hampshire now? DeSantis. Next Thursday's debate, be a joke. All right, Milley finally replaced. We'll see what happens as the Joint Chiefs of Staff, just so you know what I'm talking about. Trump passed out pizza at Iowa. I think it was a treehouse. And also autographed that woman's outfit to be a rock star. There was a video released by the VA. You ready for this? A VA, Veterans Hospitals, talking about abortions, talking about transgender, all this stuff. I mean, completely woke. Aspartame. Folks, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to do the best health video you've ever going to watch over the next couple days, maybe next week. The outline's incredible. It'll probably be almost a 2-hour video, maybe. And then we're going to break it up. You know, we're all going to get chemicals. We all get chemicals. But the number one thing that you want to avoid is chemicals that you don't know what the hell is in it. Aspartame has been around a while, man. You want to avoid aspartame. All of you that are hooked on Diet Cokes, and that includes Donald Trump and Elon Musk, I'm telling you, folks, not good for you. I'd rather have sugar and corn syrup than something that's chemically effed up. And aspartame is causing a lot of issues. You know what they say it's causing? It's causing issues generationally. If you don't think that happens, Google diethylbiesterol, DES, and see how that affected children when their moms took it. Bloomberg is spending $500 million to try to end coal plants. Screw him. DeSantis allegedly kicked a dog when he was at Tucker's house doing an interview. I don't know. The Saudis. The Crown Prince sat down with Brett Baer to do a video, and he pointed out, Iran gets a bomb, we get a bomb. It's crazy. Giuliani. I feel sorry for this guy. You know, his lawyers have sued him, and you know, he says this is unconscionable what they've billed me, and you know, he has a fundraiser. They want their hands out, folks. Lawyers are some of the most evil people, and his biographer now says he's completely broke. Now, why do I want to bring that up? I bring that up because what's it say about a politician? Now, he's gone through some divorces. You know, maybe he spends too much money. I don't know. But what does it say about a politician like Giuliani, as high profile as he is, mayor of New York, ran for president, close to Trump, should have been the attorney general, that he's broke? What's that say about his honesty? He's broke. High school students did a walkout, good for them, I think it was Pennsylvania, in protest of transgender bathrooms, protecting women's rights. I applaud them. Stephen Boyer, this guy right here was a congressman. He has now, Indiana, he's going to jail for some insider trading. Sounded like some pretty bad stuff, like not Martha Stewart kind of things. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has her day. Have a great one.